As his official visit to the United States comes to a close, President Bongbong Marcos admits the threats to peace and security are the main concerns facing the Philippines and the region. In a forum in Washington, D.C., the president clarifies some of the Philippines' position on two geopolitical issues, the South China Sea and Taiwan tensions. Mr. Marcos adds that the Philippines should continue to talk with China despite repeated incursions in the West Philippine Sea.
Disengagement is really not an option. We constantly consult with our allies and our partners. We constantly keep our lines of communications open. I suggested that we institute a system wherein we have a direct contact, one president to the other. And in that way, no matter if I cannot speak, for example, to President Xi himself, I have someone that I can pick up the phone and call who I know and I have confidence in making my message arrive to the president.
The president maintains that the new sites under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement or EDCA are solely for humanitarian and disaster response. The chief executive adds that he himself assured Chinese Foreign Minister Qin Gang that the sites are not directed against China. No plans also for the Philippines to send troops in case a conflict between US, China, and Taiwan breaks out.
The United States has never brought up the possibility that the United States will use the EDCA sites as staging areas for any offensive action against any country. Should there be such an attempt to use the EDCA sites for offensive action, then that would be outside the parameters of what we had discussed and what the EDCA sites are in fact for.
The president also called the recently released bilateral defense guidelines as relevant and responsive to today's challenges. But for China, while it acknowledges that countries are free to engage in bilateral agreements, no country should meddle in the South China Sea and attack their sovereignty and maritime rights.
As a Filipino and representing the Philippines, I don't feel alluded to. How can anyone say that we are not a party in interest in all of these issues? So I think that kind of statement was directed more towards the United States than it was for the Philippines.
When asked about contingency plans over tensions in South China Sea and Taiwan, the president says it is important to maintain cooperation not only with the United States but also with like-minded nations such as Australia, Japan, South Korea, and other ASEAN member states. The president also adds that unity will play a crucial role in enhancing each other's defense capabilities to address threats in the region. Tristan Nodalo, CNN Philippines.